Alrighty, everyone. So I've had a few people telling me that the audio or whatever it is cutting out of this video. So I am going to redo this. But you know what? That is okay. Sometimes the devil likes to work, but that is okay because we are going to get through this again. We are going to go over cognitive distortions. What are they and how do they impact us? Okay. What are cognitive distortions, right? They are irrational thoughts that we have. They shape the way that we see the world. They shape how we feel about ourselves as well as how we act and we behave, right? So then when you take a look at them, they are also exaggerated. Sometimes we can take any situation and just blow it way out of proportion, right? They're unrealistic. The thoughts and the beliefs that you have are sometimes often not true. So there are many different ways that you can work on checking the validity of the irrational thoughts that you have. They can also contribute to sometimes our low moods that we may have, as well as our self esteem, because there are some situations that occur and you're just like, you will say something that will stop you from going to do what it is that you know that you want to do. Like that job interview. What's the point of me going? I'm probably not going to get the job anyways. That's a cognitive distortion. And sometimes we may say like, oh, they're there to sometimes even protect us. But sometimes they really do something to our mood, our motivation. They lead to unhealthy behavior sometimes, right? And then also one of the biggest things you're going to avoid. Why go to the interview? I'm not going to get it. Now you're just like tricking yourself into thinking, oh, you're not cut out for it. You can't do it, right? All or nothing thinking. This is one of the biggest one, right? This is your polarized thinking, your black or white thinking. It's either all good or it's all bad. It's either evil or it's going to be some perfection part of it, right? There are no gray areas. There are no in-betweens, right? I have two examples at the bottom, and these are the ones that I came up with for myself. And what more way is it for us to look at some of these cognitive distortions when it comes to us taking this beast of an exam that we are set out to conquer, right? If I don't pass this MFT National Exam, I'm a complete failure. This exam does not define you. This exam does not say, oh, you are a terrible therapist if you cannot pass it. If I don't pass the MFT National Exam, I'm going to try again. I have not passed it yet, but I will, right? Or if my partner doesn't agree with me, that means that they don't love me. That's a bit extreme. I'm trying to think. Have I ever said that before? No, I don't know. I don't think so. That's a bit extreme, like, right? It's like all or nothing. Like it's either this or it's that. There is no in betweens, right? Overgeneralization. This is just that one single event, and then you seem to think that all the other future events are going to have the exact same outcome. I never get anything right. Nothing good ever happens to me. I've actually said that to myself before. Right? And I'm just like, nothing good ever happens to me. One thing happens to just disrupt your day or your mood, and you just think that all future events are going to be the exact same way. That is your overgeneralization. Mental filtering. This is when we are going to do what? We focus on those negative experiences that we have and forget about the positive. I get 2 questions wrong on a test. I am so stupid. Or I missed the MFT National Exam by 1 point. I'm so stupid. No. You missed the MFT National Exam by 1 point, but I did a good job in increasing my answers that I got right in the other domains. That is how you need to look at it. I think this comes at such a right time to be doing this video about cognitive distortions as, as any good time when we're talking about, passing the exam, right? You missed the exam by 1 point, 2 points. You are not stupid. You are not stupid. You have not passed the exam yet. I'm going to keep saying that, okay? Discounting the positive. This is about the same as the mental filtering, but You pay attention to the positive, but then you ignore the positive aspect that came with it, right? They said I look nice, but they were just being polite. Well, let me tell you something, baby girl. If I said you look nice, you was nice. I ain't got to be polite, because believe me, I could have said that dress ain't doing it, right? But I didn't. So they were just being nice. It wasn't actually that good. Again, let me tell you something. I ain't got to compliment you if I want to, right? You know, you're paying attention to what's positively being said to you, but then at the same time, you're like, whatever, discount the positive aspect, of the positive compliment or this positive thing that somebody has said to you. They said I look nice, but they were just being polite. At the same time, you're accepting a compliment, but then at the exact same time, you're just like, oh, whatever. They didn't mean it anyways. That's discounting the positive. Fortune telling. This is when we all seem to think we got crystal balls. This is also known as the crystal ball cognitive distortion as well. We all seem to think we just can predict the future, right? We know what's going to happen already before it even happens. It's just going to turn out badly. I just already know it is. I just know the interview will go terribly and I'm just not going to get the job. That's you fortune telling. You can't see into the future. But for some reason, it's already bad. You've already made it out to be bad. There's no point in trying. I'm probably going to fail anyways. The same way when it comes to taking this exam. There's no point in me trying. I failed it once, so I know I'm just going to fail it again. Now you get some fortune telling going on, right? You think you can see into the future. You think you know everything. No, that's not how it works. Alrighty. Minimizing. This is when we are going to just be downplaying all of this good and positive stuff that's going on. Now you're trying to act like you don't want the praises or you don't want to be known for your accomplishments and stuff. Baby girl, bye, because I want somebody always telling me that, hey, you did a good job and did. I sure did, right? Oh, it was nothing. Anyone could have done it. Girl, first of all, if I felt that you did a good job, you did a good job. Nobody else could have did it the way that you could have, the way that you could have done it. Yeah, but it's not like it was a big deal or anything. Girl, please. Yes, it was. Now you trying to downplay it and stuff. Girl, please. I accept all compliments. Please feel free to give me a compliment. And let me tell you something. Carrie not going to minimize it. Okay? We are still not, when you minimizing something, you get the positive experiences and you see the achievements, but you're still focusing like you got these mistakes and you've made some of these flaws. That means nothing. You made an achievement. Don't downplay it. If you done passed the MFT National Exam, don't be sitting there talking about some girl, anybody can do it. Girl, no, they can't. Because let me tell you something. When I passed the exam and everybody was telling me, oh, congratulations, thank you so much. It was hard work for me. But I passed it, but I did it, right? We're not here minimizing that, right? I'm not gonna try to pronounce that because sometimes I can't say it right and it comes out wrong. But I had it right before I started and I practiced saying it. But this is a cognitive distortion as well, and this is when a person is doing what? Exaggerating problems, and you are constantly assuming the worst thing that can happen to you. It's like this terrible outcome, and it's just this small little thing that you did. I made a mistake at work. Now I'm going to get fired. Girl, please, if you ain't breaking ethics and the law and stuff, ain't no reason for you to get fired. Or, when my friends still ain't text me back, I guess they must be mad at me. Girl, please, some of the times I get text messages from people, I'll look at it and be like, you know what, maybe I respond later, and then I forget to. It doesn't mean that the person is mad at you. This is you, huge exaggerations, and then sometimes these exaggerations do what? They do what to our mood? They gives us these low moods, we lose our motivation, and we feel like as if we just don't want to do anything, or we can't see anything differently when we think like this. Alrighty, this is the last one, labeling or mislabeling. And actually, this isn't the last one. There are much more, but it's a lot, so I may do another video. I didn't want to talk you guys ears off, but this one is labeling or mislabeling. This is you assigning something that is fixed. It's a negative belief that you have on yourself or other people, and then you're just going to base it on a single event or characteristics. I do it all the time. I mean, hey, if he didn't call me back, that's rude. Why would he not call me back? Like, why would she not do that? That is so inconsiderate of her, because it's just one little event, and then it's just like you're just gonna slap that label on it. It's like when you see somebody just doing something, you'd be like, ugh, that is so stupid. Like, that is just so ignorant. It's just a single event. But now you seem to put this label, and you seem to think that that's how it is, or that's how it's always going to be. That's not true. Especially when it comes to ourselves. I forgot to do this. I'm so stupid. Because you forgot to do something doesn't mean you're stupid. Doesn't mean you have dementia or anything like that. You just simply forgot to do something. All right, everybody. This wraps up for cognitive distortions. There are much more. There's emotional reasoning. I can't really think right now about the rest of them, but there are much more, and I will do another video on those. I will also do a video on defense mechanism, because do defense mechanisms and cognitive distortions kind of run in the same? Maybe so. Cognitive distortions also sometimes can be used to protect us, but they also do what? Same thing with defense mechanism. Can they be used to protect us? Yes, but they also do what? They add to low mood, they add to sometimes depression and things of that nature. So if you need clarity, a better understanding, please let me know. Leave a comment, send me a message on Facebook. I hope this video made much sense to you with going through each and every one of these cognitive distortions. Please let me know. If you need any support, I am around to help you.